Loneliness. Today we talk about loneliness and why you feel it and what you can do about it, and more importantly, what it tells you about yourself. So, loneliness is basically a sort of energy block or sort of disconnection. So, whenever you feel lonely, you are most likely disconnected either to your surrounding or to the people you're with, to the situation you're in, or simply to yourself. And as we know that the universe is made of energy and everything is connected, we know that if you feel lonely, something is off. Something is has to be off. Something inside of you tells you that you maybe have to look into another direction. So why does it happen? Why we are suddenly in one moment we are all good, and the next moment we feel a deep feeling of loneliness, maybe even sadness, and the more we get into this feeling, we enhance it, we make it stronger, and this can get as far as feeling depressed and not loved by anyone and all kinds of things. And with this can come like either the need to compensate it, that inner emptiness, by either taking drugs or some sort of other means, other ways to compensate this inner lack, this inner emptiness. And then we can end up doing all kinds of stupid things, either by taking something or by doing things which we think will help us to overcome this feeling of loneliness, this disconnection. So what maybe I think what most people do on an unconscious level, they try to avoid situations where they are alone, because then this feeling of loneliness, which is already there, this energy of loneliness, it comes to the front because we are not distracted by other stuff, which we normally do. And but loneliness itself is actually just a inner feeling that guides us to to doing something which we then makes us connected to ourselves. So loneliness is it we are disconnected to ourselves, to our true purpose, and as soon as we are disconnected, we do something which is not in alignment with who we are. So basically, the world at the moment is uh, raising its frequency. People waking up, things are going to change, and are changing already. All the things that are old may no longer be seen as useful, as uh, in alignment, but we still keep on to them. We still keep doing the things that we used to do because we think this is still what we have to do. But actually, we are supposed to look towards the new possibilities on the horizon, the new ways to live, the new ways to express ourselves, the new ways to come forth and be who you meant to be. And we might try to do that by traveling, by meeting with people, joining events, all kinds of things. But this is always a way, as always, looking outside. It's always a sort of distraction. And you will never find an answer or a compensation for your loneliness in anything you can do or take, you can consume. And this will always be just a try, you will try to compensate it, but it's not possible. So the only way to overcome loneliness is by seeking stillness and doing the things you're actually afraid of, like turning off the music, turning off the TV, and sitting there in total darkness, no sounds, just be with yourself. And if you can do that, you'll realize that you not only lost connection to the world around you, because times are changing, but you also lost connection to yourself. And this connection cannot be restored by external means, by external stimuli or anything. You have to be with yourself and embrace this loneliness. Embrace it and see it as being healed. And if loneliness is a disconnection, then how do we reconnect? How do we actually get back to where we are supposed to be, in alignment with ourselves, the universe, the nature, the planet we live in? Well, the answer is just do the thing. Be aligned. Do less things that are modern, that are related to technology. It doesn't mean you have to abandon it completely, but it means you have to be able to stop and to know when it's time to stop, to let the world be what it is for a moment, without you interfering, without you thinking that it needs to in this very moment. Take a step back, sit down. You can also take a walk, get grounded in nature, take off your shoes, very important, and just be present. Be aware of yourself, of your body. A good way to reconnect is also doing exercise, but not in a way to distract yourself, but to actually focus on your body and going into the movements and being present. And as soon as you reconnect to yourself and to what you actually want, to your true desires, and to your dreams, to your wishes, you will realize that this feeling of loneliness disappears. And how do you know that you're on the right track? Well, it has to feel good. Whenever you feel good, you are basically in alignment. You feel good if you feel happy, and you feel in peace when you feel love, unconditional love to all that is, to yourself, and just appreciation for the things that are in your life, the people that you have in your life, and all the things that you did. Then you realize that you are where you're supposed to be, and you are exactly where you want to be, and you are what you created. What you see around you right now is what you have created. And if you don't like it, rather than saying I have to try to fit in, I have to overcome loneliness by running away from it and jumping right back into the old world, the way I used to live, the way I think it has to be. But rather than doing that, which will not be successful, try to look into a new direction. And in order to know which direction you have to look at, go inside and feel. What do you want? What is it that you want? And how can you feel it more regularly? And when you do that, you realize that this feeling of loneliness, of hopelessness, of disconnection will vanish, and you can not only reconnect better to yourself, but also to other people, because you see in them the same that you see in yourself. And this actually, you basically reset your compass, and then you go out there and then reconnect to others, and you will see that this the connections that come out of that will be much deeper, much more meaningful, and not shallow and meaningless. And with this being said, I think you can overcome your loneliness by facing it. We're living in a dual world, in a world of duality, and there are always two aspects of one thing. And if there are, on one side is loneliness, on the other side is connectedness, and seeing both as one and the same thing, as being healed. So you go to that loneliness, you embrace it, and then you can appreciate even more being connected to others, to yourself, and so on. And before you know it, you will see that you will look forward to these times when you can actually be alone and use it as a source of inspiration, of getting new energy, renewing yourself, getting new insights, and basically being refreshed. If you have a session of 20 minutes, 30 minutes of presence, you will come out of it very refreshed and willing to reconnect with all those beautiful people and animals and our wonderful planet, which is, by the way, a living being, and seeing it as that, with all animals and plants and everything on it, as being an expression of this being, our planet, being a living, being conscious being, seeing it as that, and acting on that, you will feel another deeper sense of connection to everything that is around you. So with this being said, I hope you like this video. If you have any suggestions or questions, feedback, just let me know, and see you next time. Bye.